Hi, this is Matt from Prestige Quoting, and in this video we'll be looking at how we can make a good quote like this even better. And by better I mean more informative for your clients and makes it easier for them to be able to say yes. So on screen we're providing the client with some products, some services, and then we're breaking that out into a one-time and monthly recurring summary. If we now hop into QuoteWerks, we can see that quote. And what I want to do now is I want to be populating some information that will make it easier for the client to say yes. So for example, we're doing a Cat 5 to Cat 6 cabling upgrade. On our quote, that's all we're telling the client. If I'm perhaps the CFO of an organization, do I know why we as a business should be having that? Up in my Tools menu, I'm going to ask ChatGPT a question. And I'm actually going to say, explain the benefits of the description of line 2. So instead of having to type all of that out again, I can be pulling in information from QuoteWerks. I'll now hit chat. After a few moments, it has now pulled through all of that information, and I'm going to choose to put that in the further detail field for use on my quote. Next line, to supply and install a firewall. Now in this case, I might want to explain the benefits, but perhaps limit it to a certain number of words. And again, I will push that into the relevant field. I'm now going to ask it to explain the benefits of this upgrade that we're proposing. And again, happy with that. In that goes. And for this workstation, I'm going to do something a little fun, whether or not you'd use this in the real world. Or not is entirely up to you. I'm using the explain it like I'm 5 concept. So yeah, so for our 5-year-old CFO, we're talking about things being really fast. You can do lots of cool things, etc. For a bit of fun, yep, let's throw that one in. At the bottom, we can see we've got a QuoteWerks comment line talking about the fact that we're HIPAA compliant. On line 9, and again I might explain it like I'm 5. Maybe I want to do a bit better than that, so again just explain the benefits. So again you can see how that's pulled through, and I might want to make some modifications to that, but again just for this demonstration purpose I'm going to pull all of that in. Now additionally to the line items, my current introduction to the quote just says something like that. What I'm going to ask it to do is actually to write a proposal cover letter for me. Not using that because that doesn't really tell us anything, but using something like this. So just to save time in this demo, I've got some pre-populated text there. So really sort of bullet pointed style. I'll hit chat, and now because the system knows that I'm wanting more information, this will take a moment or two longer. There we go. So I'm looking at that and all that looks good. I know that my layout doesn't require that. I'm going to come in and modify this just here. And again, I know that my layout handles that. So again, I'm going to push that now to the introduction notes. If I now save this document, and just before we preview that, let's just sort of remind ourselves of what we had before. If I now go and save that as a PDF, what we've now created is this sort of proposal outline coming from the introductory text. And then for each of those, and again, I can modify all this text in QuoteWerks as I need. I could perhaps make the formatting a little better. But I've now got much more information, controlling whether I'm explaining it like I'm 5, and the inevitable back and forth that you probably have had with a document like that. Are your quotes more like this, or are they more like that?